Washington, D.C. commuters continue to be affected by reduced rail service that will extend through the end of the year. Following a train derailment on the Blue Line on October 12th, the Washington Metropolitan Area Transit Authority announced that it would be pulling all 7,000 series rail cars, 60% of the fleet, from service. Student commuters at the George Washington University are also suffering from Metro service cuts and are being forced to adapt their schedules accordingly.
I had to drive 40 minutes to the nearest station, which is in Reston, and then the ride from Reston all the way to Foggy is another 40 minutes. So compared to other forms of transportation, it's not as efficient.
In a statement to Metro customers, General Manager Paul Weidfeld said Metro is working around the clock to get the newest rail cars back in service as soon as possible.
But we will not bring them back to service until all safety test standards are met. Safety trumps service. Based on the testing schedule, we will continue to maintain the rail service plan we are currently operating through the end of the year.
We continue to inspect and place trains back into service as they are needed. And of course, we're working towards that, but we continue to focus on the safety and reliability of getting service up to speed for our customers.
Fernando is a student at the George Washington University. He takes the Metro every day from Rosslyn.
2 weeks ago and before that, the Metro was having a lot of delays, and I was getting late to class pretty often, mostly to my first class in the morning. But other than that, I do think the Metro system is pretty good because they're pretty frequent trains and usually get to class on time.
Students with longer commutes have, in some cases, resorted to other forms of transportation because of the unreliable service schedule. Fatima is a first-year student at the George Washington University. She started commuting daily from Loudoun County, Virginia, by Metro at the beginning of the semester.
Back then, I used to come every, I think, 5 to 10 minutes, which was great, but then at the same time, sometimes you get there and it just leaves and then you have to wait another 10 minutes and it's just kind of like, and I know it's even worse now because now I think it's 30-minute intervals, which is, I would hate that, especially if you have an early class and you leave at a certain time and it's unpredictable if it's going to be there or not.
However, the prospects for student commuters are changing for the better. In November, the university announced that students will have access to the Metro U-Pass program with unlimited rides.
Before GW announced this program, I was wondering why they didn't have anything similar.
It's definitely better. I'm excited for that for next semester because I'll definitely have to take it more often. But yeah, it's far cheaper than if I had to pay for it.
I probably use it a lot more than other people that are not commuters, but it saved me a lot of money, so I guess it's pretty good.
The George Washington University begins participating in the U-Pass program next semester, and students are excited for this new option. And as reliable Metro service returns in January, commuting will hopefully become easier for students and for people across the Washington, D.C. metro area. For Washington, D.C. Metro News, I'm Baxter Wareham.